Crank the volume. Did a little bit off stream. So I had that turned way down. Go ahead and claim everything. Another primary weapon. Oh, that's not even done yet. Voidrig today. That building. So we've got the invigoration and Voidrig. So we throw Ivara into the Helminth. Let's swap loadout. I do like her base coloring. It's kind of a bit... Colors are a bit off, I think. If I made them a little bit sharper, it'd still be fine. Fill this fucker up. Very hesitant to feed at things like this. I had to manually scan. Got a few flowers going on. So I think I have to do... Got to do some ESO today. So I guess we just do regular until we rank up the frame and then take me to ESO. Just need to try the weapon. Don't know what it does. Pretty shitty crit. Pretty good status. We're really weird about these mods. I guess you want them on everything, but... No crit. Main multi? Wasn't sure if that would stack or not. Still does. Very viral on as well. No, wait. I'll do. We're going to do Ivara anyway. What's up, Cash? Got Gotta go do some Mars rep first up. Gotta go and do ESO. I wanna smith it into Nightwave today. I did some Deimos bounties offline, so I don't have to do those today. I gotta go and get all the tokens and stuff. Look at some Railjack crew. We got the Voidrig finished. Got a couple new weapons. Headshot, it spawns mini missiles like Pack Seeker. Mini missiles like Pack Seeker. Try it out. Oh, and that's the other thing I wanted to do. Trickery. So this doesn't really matter for the scans, but doing the intrinsic farm would have been pretty useful. Should get this invigoration segment today too. So where do you access your Voidrig? Assume it's not just a frame. Maybe in here? Jesus. I guess we max some of this stuff. So on efficiency. Assume that is speed. Strength seems good. Engine efficiency. Armor. Max speed. I don't know if I care about these two, but everything else seems good. Go ahead and max it all out while I'm here. Do I need to equip it to the ability wheel or anything to summon this guy? Would make sense. Best place to level up Voidrig is at the Orb Lavos. How's that? You need to invest 5 form into it for full mastery and a full build. They seem to like that mechanic, don't they? It's making everything former hungry. I know what the Orb Lavos is. I meant, what am I doing there to level up? Just running around, or bounties? Mech mod madness? Indeed. Clearly don't have a bunch of the base ones. It's a big one. So I lost... I do have armor. I don't have health yet. Still not enough. Yeah. Do for now. Weren't people saying this was the best arc gun at the moment? Someone was telling me that. It's a gear item and it can only be summoned in the open world once you rank it up with intrinsics. Summon it in Railjack foot missions. How do you rank it up with intrinsics? Capture the base. So summon a lot of enemies for you to kill or die at Thermia fracture. Seems like a weird sentence. Multi. Fire rate. Crit. Does have decent crit. Just throw heat on there for now. Hang on. Has default heat. Can't get any of the stats I want, so I just put heat on there anyway. So I'll rank that up. Or do Thermia Fracture, right? What's up, Deli? Lloyd sells some mech mods. Yeah, I did notice that. We'll go and do Avara scans first, and then I'll go to Deimos and have a look at everything that they sell. I think I'm at the point with Deimos where I'm max rank, so any rep I get is just for spending. Although I think with Lloyd I still need to do a bit more. Let's check out Samara's rep real quick. There. So I will cap out and buy some stuff from Samaras real quick.
The multitude of creatures you have immortalized would cry out in thanks if they could.
Forward to the day when this is done. I don't really like grinding Samaras every day.
I can see. This is how I can help you. Help the sanctuary.
So I just did Mirage, so I guess I need... I can buy Harry, but not his parts here. I remember where they came from.
What offerings will this item help you bring to
That.
the sanctuary?
I think I need this too, which is annoying. Curious if there was a new widget, but there's not. It's fine for now. I don't think I bought an Aris, did I? Maybe I did. We'll do Titania next. I think I need this too. Need this, need this. Sure, oh no, they got that. Anyway. Get out of here. To the fortress. Harry Nero is Kuva Spy. Right. Harry chassis is from corrupted enemies. Where's the systems come from?
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
Defection. Wouldn't be surprised if I've got the other two. I doubt I would have that though. Unless I got it from a sortie or something. What are some delicious ways to make protein slurry? What? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Glad you took time out of your work detail to ask this. Inspired a whole new line of meat pies. It's like a radio show in the Kuva Fortress. Definitely never noticed that before. I don't think I've ever seen dialogue here. These remain dead until your body has been collected by food services. Okay. I swear I'm on the strength build and yet my scan is very slow. I don't think it's the light thing, right? Where are you going? Sure why that guy was alert. Ah, I have the fucking fragger. Shit. I guess I'm on the wrong build after all. I don't want to kill everyone with the fragger. God damn it. Was indeed some interesting dialogue. Was I really on the wrong build? Scans, strength. Diminished effectiveness, standing. Yeah. I don't know why that's not working now. That's weird. Scan the turrets and security cameras, and they give you the same standing as normal enemies. Yeah, but they don't run towards me. I'll do that again. The whole reason I've got this ability is for faster scans, and it's not working.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
These remain dead, yeah. Extraction tower, 4 cameras. Alright, I'll have a look.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
To be fair, I'm not really paying a whole lot of attention when I get there. No one's moving, so I don't know where I'm going. Leave this way? No. Some people moving down here. There we go. An awful tile. You were Queens of Sisters, right? You should give us Worm's story. They were, yeah. So killed one of them. I don't really remember the lore from the quest. I thought it was pretty good at the time. I heat her off. Free rep. I know where the other turret is. Looks dirty, but she's sweet on the inside. Now I got fast scan. Not entirely sure what changed, but sure. The hell are they doing down there? There it is. So much smoother when it all works like that. Are they running so fast? I don't know why they do it, but they always run to extraction on this tile. So I've always farmed in my rep. Oh, not always, but... kind of ridiculous. Very convenient. Just keep coming. I don't know if those guys that went down ever came back up. So they're not on the map anymore. If they didn't, they would be the smartest Grenier on this tile.
Well done. Now get to extraction.
Your will was greater. This is good.
Do you get more reps since they're high level and because you're in Steel Path? Because they're high level, yeah. So I don't think you get more because it's Steel Path, but there are higher level enemies in Steel Path. Run to extraction is a failsafe since you're already at the end. Yeah, there's some weird mechanic there. He's never fixed it, so we continue to exploit it. Works for me. Let's go to Deimos. $69.
I do know.
I don't know how many more grandma tokens I need.
I always do.
I think I need to buy one more of those shards to craft another weapon, so...
To help us.
more tokens is good.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Until
I'm
next
gonna talk to grandmother, actually. We'll turn in our mother tokens.
Go on, dear.
It's not quite capped. That is annoying.
May you have much joy. Goodbye, dear. I'll see what
Check everyone's wares as we go.
You understand, don't you? The feeling
Need anything from you?
splitting open a night
Hey, Nauman.
fresh Ostermere.
Good to see you again.
Smell of acetone, liver, and corrosion.
I think you need a Surglass shard to rank up to the final level. I think I'm already at the final level. That's the main reason I wanted grandmother shards to begin with.
We are good friends. It's good to have
3 weapons, 1 for Entrada, yeah.
I can do great things with this.
I think I've got 2 spare.
I can do great things with this.
Maybe only 1 spare at the moment.
Mining is good. You're a good miner, Chip. Keep on mining.
I don't want to spend the rare resource.
Shrewd.
Don't need anything from him.
Do great things.
Can't buy anything from mother.
Couldn't possibly have seen this coming. That's what she'll say. Isn't it funny how all those...
Still need a buy all button. I'm going to look at the the crew at Fortuna as well. Start checking that every day.
Let's keep this between us for now.
What are those? I think I built the Cedaw already, didn't I? That needs a shard, so I guess I don't have that building yet. I'm gonna write that name down. Sepulchrum. What are the parts for it? Trumna's the other one. I think I've heard this is really good. Let's probably get that one building first.
Okay, I guess not. Deimos is a dangerous place. Dangerous place. Be seeing you again, I'm sure.
Deimos is unfolding before us.
Got that.
Like a
Already got the
puzzle
mod.
box.
I don't think I need him anymore. Just have to get a predator site.
I look forward to your return.
Which one is the best here? Is it the Paroa? Medjay? Why aren't their names changed to their real names? Aren't they supposed to change as you increase their rank? It's probably because I've got streamer mode turned on, which removes the Lotus being all glitchy and removes like the Fortuna shields and stuff, so that I don't just spoil any new player. So I don't know for sure, but I imagine that's why. You won't be able to see this, but Predacite subspecies form the companion's head, which is the component that earns mastery rank points for the Predacite after gilding. Does that mean I have to do all three? I didn't know that was a thing. So I have to do all three of these, and same for the Wolf of Fire as well, I guess. I'm gonna have to build more of this stuff. 3 cats, 3 dogs. Okay. Let's write that down. I'm gonna have to build more stuff. I don't have it. None of these really matter, it's just aesthetic, right? Sun tokens needed to gild. Okay.
Bye for now.
There's more to do here than I thought.
This area is soundproof. We may commerce freely. Perhaps we can... I trust this does not preclude a few...
70,000 max rank. But I had much further to go. Roa has an aura but weak, not good range. Might be viable if they buff them. Some give them alloy or ferrite armor. A little bit of research then. Which ones I want. That later though. Cats are okay, dogs are just MR fodder. Only 3 levels, so I'm not complaining.
Are you interested in a business exchange?
So I need this.
I am pleased we were able to come to a mutually...
Not sure what engine replenish is yet. Melee damage, probably good. Blow, probably good. Oh, hang on. Shit, I want that too.
I am glad to learn that this arrangement is suitable for you.
10,000 for replenish. hover efficiency. Can't afford. Just buy that.
I am certain. Be pragmatic in all aspects of
Okay, so that's everything I think I can do here for now. I have to look into the sun stuff. Might do another intrinsic run just to max my... There's one more stat I want to do. But I bought these. I have to build them. So I've got to do fishing. Got to do fishing, and I need an argon crystal. Some of them determine which polarity you have when you first get it. Okay. Panzer's best sly is good when they die and come back. Reduction. Ellie was saying that she quite likes the sly, but the Panzer already maxed out now. At the time, try transmuting mods. I don't think I've ever transmuted. Do I have the rep to buy that? I don't remember if I spent it all. Forgot to get grandma tokens anyway. Where'd that come from, father?
That boy brought his stinking beasts in here and mocked us all with them. Gave them names.
Am I just being thick?
Honor. Whatever they were. Pets? They were vermin. Sure, I can't tempt you. Keep safe.
I feel like there's something here I haven't done, but my brain is just being stupid. So I've already built that. I have to go fishing to build the parts for him. Yeah.
Husband and
That's on.
shall we?
Wow, I'm low on OTAC apparently.
Oh, magnificent.
That's 20.
Why they bothered packing all this, I'll never know.
It's been another one of them.
Scurry back quick. Skippy hop.
Skibbity up. I think I've got like all the basic ones I need for the Necro anyway. This is armor. Pretty good armor. More important ones to throw in there. Did you get good invigorations? I don't have invigorations. I mean from Helminth? Still got a few points. That back in. I've got to do flow too. Perfectly. Interesting. Bother with that now, but I think the segment will be done today. 35 minutes. So I can install that later. That's right, I want to go to Fortuna as well. The skin for Voidrig makes it look much better. I don't really mind the way it looks. I haven't played it yet. Do I have to put it in the gear wheel myself? Or is it one of those things that just gets thrown in there? So we better check before I need it. Yeah, throw it in.
Good people hoping to see good people and tested sailors looking
4 combat, 5 endurance. 2% with Levan turret. So these are still just normal. So I think I want to upgrade to Zekti turrets, right? But I don't know if I've got them. I don't know if it's worth me buying the ones with Levan damage while I'm using it or not.
You know where to find me.
Oh. Bother. I want to get that done. Let's go and grab our affinity class. Go run a regular SO until I hit 20, until I hit 30. I'll do 8 in regular. Not that I really like being in the sanctuary. I think I should probably buy another resource booster too. Well, if I have to go fishing, I definitely will buy one. Just want to try and work this gun out. It doesn't have an alt fire. I guess it's the other one that did. Got a decent AoE. Lavos is innate shotgun mutation while Cedaw is equipped. Nice. You can tell the Cedaw is pretty good. In the top right corner of my cam. So there is. Good. My window's a bit smaller than yours, so. I don't like this tower because it's so big, it's hard to get shared affinity when people are running around all over the place. Good. It's just the shock mount for my mic. Usually check that, but clearly not today. Duration, so weird. So that stuns and reduces the timer, right? Of course, that has its own timer. So that resets it pretty much immediately. What's up, Key? I don't really understand how to make much use of his abilities yet. I'm gonna play with him in the sim. I don't know why, but I'm finding him quite difficult to read. This doesn't help. We have other people going nuts. Move after this one. Might be able to form with the plasma. The biggest problem I have with Lavos is how you need to cook the elementals by holding, right? Right. So you cook one and then it goes on to the next cast, right? Or the ability that will infuse the element which can later transfer to the next ability. Combine them and make fused elements. Right. So heat, electric for radiation. God damn it. Toxin for viral. You took viral and electric. Seems like quite a hassle. I'm still picking up energy, but I don't have it. So does that just reduce cooldown? Or does it just do nothing? Weird. Energy and health stack armor. Where do you see the armor stack? Something which also helps. When you cast an ability, you can cook the next element already during the cast, right? I don't really want to invert the abilities though. Jobs reduce cooldown. I form with this yet. No, so I guess I've already got 5 former on here, so this will max out and that'll be done. I'll do our community service. Waves of ESO. Cleanses status and gives 10-second status immunity. I don't know what combos are best yet, but the system feels clunky so far.
Kill everything you encounter. Do not relent. The integrity of this experiment relies on yours.
How does ability inversion work in the options menu? I don't remember where it is. So I can invert every character so that instead of like tapping for Ivara, instead of holding for Ivara to shoot an arrow, you can tap, hold to swap. It's nice that they've added it so you can do it for all the individual frames. Back when I was playing, you had to do it for everyone or no one. I mean, that's decent damage, right? Level 70 Grenadier cleared out one cast of his 4. This guy got 6 corrosive procs from that. One cast of his 3. It seems like a lot of work for very minimal output, I have to say. Relative to other frames, where you just cast the ability and it does way more. $175. Never still stops feeling clunky. Kind of what I'm expecting. 175 efficiency. Hitting enemies with probe reduces cooldown 1.75. Assume probe is 1. This is 3. I need to take him to the sim and really work him out. Looks like Vauban's doing all the work for us. These guys are just frisbeeing in. Complaining. High DPS potential, but it is extra steps, while other frame can do the same with less inputs. Yeah. If you helmet something on, you lose access to that ability. By element. Alright. Doesn't seem that useful to me. I don't feel like I'm gonna want to be combining elements all the time. Damage on his 4 is decent. But extra steps. Radiation, shock and heat. Guess easy rad procs. I don't know, seems weird. BCD keeps telling me I'm not playing optimally if I don't use these elements, but using them is clunky. Basic combo is 3-2-1. So you don't mean element, you mean casting. I don't feel like his 2 is a useful combat ability. I don't want to be dashing through enemies like that, unless I'm trying to travel. The damage it outputs on its own is not that great without the element. Three damage is not that good even with it. I don't really know what to make of him. I feel like I could use his abilities, or I could just shoot them. Way more efficient. Someone was telling me about his synergies and his shotgun synergies, and his shotgun sounds better than the frame. That was my first impressions, at least. Three to bring down the cooldown. Still need a conditioned primer. Shotgun is better than the frame. Yeah. Like, I feel like on most frames you get them to rank 30, even with the basic build I've got, which is just like a bit of efficiency, a bit of strength, a bit of range. Some ability still seems useful, but here I'm really just using abilities for the sake of using them, not because they benefit me. Obviously it's not maxed out, but I would usually get some kind of inclination as to what I would want on the build. It's max rank. This pistol definitely feels like it wants some fire rate. Cedaw's best status shotgun. Well, it is built. I do need to level it. Just wanted to get this plasma done before I did. I do like that one of his abilities reduces cooldown on all of his other abilities. Not as dexterous as I would like. I feel like it's not necessarily a bad idea having the cooldowns as a frame. Yeah, they're gonna run out of niches eventually, right? So I think the concept is fine. Not really confident in the implementation this time though. Like maybe the cooldowns without the element combinations. So it feels like they've tried to pack too much onto the one frame. Got so much to think about. It's like 2 new mechanic trees on the same frame. Oh, this has the self-damage knockdown. So a lot of effort went into making frames very different. Yeah, everything seems to have its own little flair, more so than the old days, for sure. Which I think is good, but they really need to make the flair viable. Can't be different just for different sake. So the only aspect of that philosophy that I don't like is that they're putting weird rolls on every new frame. Dashes and flips and shit. It's really not necessary. Doesn't really add anything, in my opinion. Definitely like parkouring less on frames that dash instead of roll. And the best thing about Warframe is the movement, so... Although seems like the kind of frame skilled players will enjoy. You reckon? I consider myself a skilled player and I don't really think I want the overcomplications he seems to provide. This is 8 waves cumulatively, right? I could leave right now and come back and do 3 more. Doesn't have to be consecutive. Completely forgot about that. Gives you something to do while waiting for cooldowns. I mean, I could see them coming to that reasoning. I don't really think it's good reasoning. Casuals will eventually use spamming frames. Kind of the default. Let's go through some former on some stuff. I'll do the last 2 waves. I think this is finally done. Completely done. Go there. Still need Merciless. Really need to do more work on Steel Path. Get that maxed out. I guess speaking of the Cedaw, as well level it, right? Got the Cedaw and the Barbonico and the Sonos to do actually. That's thematic, so we'll take this. So it has 0 status, more or less. Decent crit. Base puncture. What's the new one? This. Like that's super important, straight up. But the status is awful, right? There's auto and there's semi. Semi has good status. And radial attack, which I don't know what that is. Primary is crits, secondary is status. To give Lavos 4 glorious purpose if you're also using CO alt fire. Let's just throw Ravage on. Or maybe not. Viral. That on there, why not? You have to fire the alt fire to see it in action to get an idea of what the gun actually does. Yeah, we'll test it. Be on here. Pretty sure this needs a bunch more, so. Any pets to level at the moment? I didn't realize I had to do 3 of each cat and dog from Deimos. It's kind of annoying. Like every opportunity they have, they're going to do that where you have to level every variant. So the auto is just the same as the Boar Prime or whatever. Pretty big mag. $40. So it's like one explosion and then a bunch of bomblets? Is that what I'm looking at? And it just puts basically every status on these guys. And it's putting no statuses on them. I don't know what I changed. The disc that bounces. I'm the glaive on top. Oh yeah. Okay. I see it now. Seems pretty inconsistent on how it crits, on how it statuses though, right? But these guys just got everything. But the guys earlier were getting nothing. So I guess with each bounce it does a different proc. Maybe? It seems great when it's hitting people. So it works like well in enclosed spaces and not in an open world. Tracking pellets? This 4 does extra damage per status on an enemy, right? I quite like the concept, but it's kind of weirdly unreliable. When it works, it's great. When it doesn't, the average. I think I took 388,000 from that. Does the primary fire do more damage based on status as well? So you proc a bunch of dudes and then just go ham with the primary? Primary has an 8 CO. That's kind of cool. I think I do like the gun overall, it's just very weird. I mean, yeah, I think it seems solid. It's like it's an example of a really niche, weird mechanic that actually works as well, as opposed to his combining of abilities. Mirage with Hall of Malevolence is how I use. Yeah, I can see that working. Probably take it to Steel Path and try it out a bit against the high level guys. Seems like it can just go absolutely rampant though. Like it tracks enemies, but it doesn't really do it in the most logical line, does it? It also seems to vanish sometimes after only 1 or 2 hits. Maybe there's no other enemies in bouncing range. I don't know, weird. We'll see how it performs when it's maxed out. I really do like the idea of having a weapon that's both a primer for status and something that can benefit from it on the alt fire. I don't know if it's because I'm not a host, but there's definitely some unreliabilities with it. I do have 300 ping at the moment. Weird. Hydration at strength on Mirage, damage gets crazy. I think I have a pretty similar build. I quite liked her new, I like the idea of her new augment. Well, new to me, the Prism Guard. Saw someone using it and was just destroying everything. But then you actually use it, And the audio visual is awful. Half your screen is taken up by this orb and it's just screaming at you. I don't know what it's doing. What's up, chump?
The sanctuary will go on without you.
Just trying to get our Nightwave done. Trying to work out how this Cedaw works. Prism Guard is nuts in Steel Path. It is very reliant on having enough targets to hit to scale fast. It synergizes well with Revenant's Reeve. I have heard that. I just realized I've got this stabbable thing on my neck. Let's get rid of that real quick. I didn't know it needed to scale off targets. But we're doing Steel Path Infested, and he was basically just parkouring through the level and everything was dead before I could even look at it. But then you use it and yeah, it's not a good experience. It does need Former, but I don't want to do it until I understand his abilities, and I don't really want to go through and try and understand them right now. Be a bit of a grind. So I don't want to build a Trumna. I don't know if I want to go fishing on the stream though. Still that. I don't know how common these two are. What's the other one? Sep. And that needs fishing too. I think I'll just do a shitload of fishing off stream. Build those tomorrow. Vara in. Do you have to make those 2 kit guns? I haven't looked up. I've been told that the best builds are just crit and max damage, but I don't have knowledge to build those at the moment. Ten invigorations. A mutation allows one of the current invigorations to be applied to your equipment. Secondary damage plus energy rate. Ability strength, ability efficiency. That seems solid, but maybe not for Limbo. That was a jump reset. Just jump in the air. What's up, church? The Trumna, I put 6 Form into it. Double jump. Well, I'm going to max it out, so I'm probably going to pump Former into it too. Goal is to polarize everything. Now that you have that Helminth ability, you might want to activate them. You don't immediately want to play them. Every 10 you can choose a frame to write over reselection. They're saying I should spam this all the time because eventually I can get more specific with it. Fishing parts from opening boxes on Deimos. That's going to burn through resources, isn't it? What do you mean slot more? I have to bring each frame to do that? Let's grab Frost. You do 3 per week and it doesn't change during that week. May as well use them to advance the counter to 10. This guy really likes stabbing us, doesn't he? Limbo. I think the frame selection is weighted towards the least used ones. That does make sense, but it's also very annoying. God, I hate this thing. One man's stab is another man's caress. Unbound subsume. Unlimited subsume slots. Nice. Take that. Let's grab Zephyr. What's up, Petra? Just trying to work out how this invigoration stuff works. That's a solid chunk of XP. Well, I think that's all I can do for now, right? 10 invigorations. A mutation allows one of the current invigorations to be applied to your equipped warframe. So it'll give me 3 options. So secondary damage, ability strength, jump resets. And then I can pick any one of those 3 to put on whatever frame I have equipped. Right? That's what you're saying? So for a week, I could have one of those on Ivara. That's kind of useful, but it's also not something that I would maintain. Like, I'll do it 10 times now to use it once, and then probably I would not do it 10 times again to use it again. The only reason I could see myself doing that is if I was going for like an endless challenge, doing some ridiculously difficult thing, and I wanted to put a week's worth of investment to allowing that. I guess it's more than a week because you only get 3 at a time, so it's a month worth of investment to have a week of one buffed frame. There's no way I'll keep doing that. I will try it once. It is that it would encourage people to play other frames. Yes. Play a lot of frames anyway. List. I guess a buff like that may encourage me to try Frost with 200% power strength, but I guess we'll see. So what do I have to do with the Necromech? I have to level that out. You're saying the open worlds is best for that. I think I need to focus on that. I need to do Void Storms, and I need to do the Necromech. So you can't... Can I do them both at the same time? Can you bring the Necromech on the Railjack? I can geek out over a very special Nova eventually is my thinking. I can geek out over it for 1 week though, right? Lazy way to get people to play less popular frames. Fun, yes, is a lazy system, absolutely. Seems kind of weird. Try it a bit. I'm just looking at my list of things to do. Deimos rep, Samaris rep, Helminth is done. I think Nightwave is done. I gotta do some fishing in the plains, but I'll probably do that off stream too. There's always more Steel Path. Get that done. How long were you in the index to get so many credits? Yeah, I've spent a fair bit of time in the index. I also did a lot of Profit Taker speedruns. Got heaps of credits from both. The command as well. Can you look at intrinsics from the ship? One's 10. I don't want to look at my liches for this. I think I need to have 1 gunner, 1 engineer, and 1 defender, because the engineer is not good enough as a defender. I guess you can use Mech and Railjack though. Well, the Profit Taker is super fast now, right? Kind of curious to do that. I guess I'm going to do some Void Storms on the ship long enough. We can take the leveling stuff, but I don't really want to take Lavos, if I'm honest. someone I haven't played. What do we just buff? Frost, Limbo, Zephyr. I'm killing stuff, they're not really that useful, are they? But then if I take a frame that can kill, my weapons aren't going to level up. Oh. I always forget about the flip. Two gunners with 5 in gunnery will shred. What I've got at the moment is 2 gunners and an engineer, but the engineer keeps getting his ass kicked anytime a landing party comes on because he'll run over and start fixing a fire while he's got a whole squad laying into him. What's the lowest level here, Earth? There are these Orphix missions that I haven't done. Maybe I should try one of them. Do you want a moorfish? I can catch my own moorfish. I think I specifically need them right now. Got the Smeeder. I guess I'm on the Affinity loadout.
On screen, Corpus Cap ship. Massive sentient readings. Pack necrolex. Whatever is on board can never be allowed off. Sick. What are you? Disable priority targets before hitting that capital ship. The auto factory has thorax mode.
Kind of curious if you put a pilot on, if he will. You know, how you have a Railjack crew and a way crew, and you're destroying reactors and stuff. If they will actually destroy those without you having to go back. Someone told me they would, but I don't really trust the AI very much. I don't want to try it. I feel like this gun wants fire rate on it. Sure. I don't really know this tile.
How am I meant to block this signal without my drone? Interrupted this.
I don't know what her abilities are. Right. 3 is solid for sure. I think I've still got infested mobility on here.
Fire torpedoes.
Yeah.
They cannot uncap their damn signal. Those jamming drones are a serious problem. Progress halted.
Man, you just get slammed with cold procs here. Like, permanently frozen. I really don't like this mission type. Just running around every now and then killing drones. They spawn them on the opposite side of the map.
Torpedoes fired. Target in range. Fired. Countermeasures specialist on the field. Signal choked. Override.
Go ahead and roast him.
Post deploy.
Maybe it's just that one mower freezing me every time I go past. I don't know if I've seen that tile before.
Let's see them evade that.
get out of here. I don't think I have any crew on me, actually. I didn't bother putting them back on. We got the engineer. I think that's it. Took them all off because I was doing the stealth runs of the intrinsics. I remember to put them back on.
Orphix incoming. Every one gives them more control. Make them think twice. Don't be afraid to bail when you have to. May not be in prime condition, but we do not have time to be fussy. Go ahead, use it. Got it, Orphix. It will boost possible resting.
You can just burst down the sentience, which is pretty good. I don't know what my abilities are. Throw a canister. What can I shoot? I can punch people. What am I doing here? Can I heal this thing or no? Normally I would spam operator. I don't know how to get up there.
There's another Orphix. Everyone tightens the sentience grip.
Can I fly? Oh, that was a thing. Guess not. Getting fucking defeated by the tile. I don't know how to get up there. Assume these are... Here we go. God, that was annoying. If you heal with a specific mod, operator can't heal them. Sumulus? Jesus, once their adaptation kicks in. So what happens if it dies? Can I summon it again? I feel like I have to yell because it's very loud on my end. Is your operator to reset him? I was afraid of getting out of my mech. Oh, I can sprint. I don't know why I didn't try that. I also completely forgot how I got up there. So
You're losing ground, kid. Think about getting out.
Is this an endless mission that I can just leave? I don't know how I got back in my frame just then. But it's on cooldown. Did have to kill 3 of them. And hold the dash apparently. I like how you get sparks from smashing your head when you run through a doorway. Kinda cute. I actually quite like the way it feels to move and shoot. I don't really like the dash very much. I hate how they're so uncontrollable. I have the same problem with Hydroid or I guess the new frame as well. How do I get off this thing? And how did I end up back in my frame before? It's just arbitrary. Mechs are unmodded, never used them. Yeah, I tried using one and I got fucking destroyed. Never again, hopefully. Get into your frame outside the AoE. That was successful. Let's go and do this. Certain distance away. Makes sense. I don't know if I still need things from these or not. There's so many new things that I find it very difficult to keep track of what I do and don't have. Excuse me? The only good thing about the Necromex is the morsel one. Hate everything else. You target transference with aiming. Okay. I think the only time I've ever done that is with the worm in War Within, maybe. Let's go back to the dock and actually put a crew on. Wasn't sure how you assigned. Optimal missions give you the optional missions. Give you the Carmine Penta and the secondary gun. I don't know. Let's just leave completely. See how many Carmine parts I've got. Carmine and Orthodal. Let's go and check. I don't want to be doing it if I'm getting anything I need. So I still need the receiver. The blueprint for that. got the barrel. So does the blueprint and all the parts come from there? So I like taking weapons to level passively, like that. I really don't want to form a Lavos until I know what he's wanting. A D and a dash. I guess he needs a V, right? Throw that on there. You can have a V. Those feel weird not leveling stuff. Flow's worthless. Off. Cooldown reduction granted by transmission probe. So 1.95. 0.5. Void storms. So I don't have the specific mod I need to heal this guy. Do I just get that from looting, or is it a specific place that I would have to farm? Check the codex. I don't know what it's called. Just yeah. Operation Orphix Venom. You may farm it from Isovolt. Problem with transmuting because it takes forever, right? I just want to be sitting here combining mods on the stream. I don't really want to do more Isovolts at the moment. I don't know if there's any other stuff I need from there. Maybe. I realized I should have just gone to the dojo instead of coming in this way. So he's set as defender. He's the engineer. Right. Just gonna search gunner, but I guess that's not a thing. So the gunners don't really need weapons because they never leave gun, right? Unless you tell them to.
It happened. It finally happened. I'm getting off this planet.
6% or 10% drop from the optional boss.
Big time.
So gunner, engineer. Be fine for a few more. I do think I need a Lich Defender, but we'll see how we go. The low level ones, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. That's completely done. You just didn't open any new nodes.
We tread the self-same void where the saga began.
Do this.
In the spaces between, we shall learn the truth. All is on.
Sign roll for the gunners? They are gunners though. Gunner.
ship has become a
Gunner.
staging platform for Orphix sentience. Remedy this.
All forces, target the Railjack.
Let's make cruise ships. Another. Apparently.
Ram flags, launch. Bring me that Railjack. Conflict is escalating.
You definitely see the gunners at work.
On the field.
I built some new Railjack guns, I think, that I wanted to mess with. There we go.
Lock on Railjack. Destroy it.
Protoss turrets shoot through Corpus shields. Would be convenient. There's also a mod that allows crits to go through. I feel like I should just build one of every weapon type, actually use them. As people are giving me random recommendations. Nodes on here? Yeah. Is it the one I use or the two? I don't really think the one's very useful. Talon have hit scans, so good for gunners. I've heard that. I don't think I've built one yet though. I'll have a look after this mission.
Gloves are off now, kids. Beat them back as best you can. If they get the upper hand, get the hell out.
So I have to do 3 Orphix each time, right?
There's our problem. An Orphix. Soon it'll spread the pulse field wider.
Intercept. Cedaw. Any damage they cause.
Is there a specific damage type that I should be using for these guys?
That's the stuff. Now, hit that Orphix hard. Every resonator pushes the pulse field out wider. You want that. Big old Orphix ahead.
So I can like aim glide on this thing as well. Radiation? Barret armor so corrosive. Getting mixed signals here. So I should really bring a frame that's good at killing sentients and use that instead of the main guy to do it. An AoE weapon would certainly be welcome. What am I waiting for here? Thought another one would just spawn in this room, no? Holy shit, that guy's tanky. These waypoints are just more necromechs, no? Just decided to spawn arbitrarily. Look, I'm gonna lose because of the sentient control, even though I haven't seen one yet. I'll go that way. This guy right there. Looks like I need to make that repair mod a priority. The fact that you can get caught on little shit like that, ideal. Let's use the paracesis. Check the wiki to make sure I wasn't bullshitting. So corrosive is right then. I think I had viral. I don't know what I've got on the Morslin. Plus corrosive. Alt fire is strong enough to one shot. That's not my experience. Unless you mean the alt fire of the Morslin. Does that have an alt fire? Realize that. So you're talking about the shotgun. So we want corrosive, I guess. Fire rate can go. Multi-shot can go. Toxin. You have to get 4 regular kills to alt fire, but you can kill just trash mobs and then alt fire. Get the fluctus for the pylons so you don't need to move too much around. Really see how that would help. In different rooms. Fire's a big nuke. Okay, we'll try that. Thermia drops from the Deimos Jugulus Rex. I feel like I've killed a lot of those, so... Still don't have it yet. They have 3 rooms to spawn in them. Rotate between. Can I influence it at all though? It seemed like I just had to stand around and wait for ages for one to spawn. 2 on the Voidrig is like Iron Skin. Nice, I didn't know that. Like I want to chop some dudes up with Excal. What else would I throw on him? Just that, I guess. I don't remember being a huge fan of Matic. Mech Rebuke also helps a lot with CC. I don't know which ability that is. Do you need any particular thing for killing sentients? Oh. See, that's ideal. Maybe I should be on Umbra. Weird that I don't have the augment on him. I do on the other one. Of that being strange. Next 4th ability is the best choice. I don't have that unlocked yet. Use your frame inside the Orphix bubble. Just get out of it. You're in there. Inside the Orphix bubble. But you meant inside the Necromech bubble. Oh. I'm gonna take all these attachments off. Yeah. See, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? That's where all the sentients are. I guess the iron skin will make a huge difference. And while I'm here, I think I gotta do a long run to the other room. There were some rooms, I don't remember if I bought the stuff that was in them though. It's way out in the middle of nowhere. Talk to someone here? I did buy them. Oh no, I built them and I haven't bought them. Grab those while we're here. Fixed Avara strat of killing Orphix. You know why Orcus Lavos requires MR8? Special about it apart from Bio being there? I don't remember what the reason was, no. Let's go back to the dry dock. There was one. I guess let's go and try that again now that we know iron skin exists.
Crew, Orgon accumulator has been resealed. Make entropy risk at safe levels.
All is well, I trust. Excellent.
I guess the frame's not going to be super useful. Well, you can probably clear the room out when the Orphix isn't there, right? Because the Orphix itself isn't that difficult to kill. It takes so long before it lets you use your operator. No nodes on this one?
Disable all priority targets.
Cyclops array. Lock all destroy.
Infiltration successful. Silence one.
As soon as you're on a frame that doesn't have infested mobility, you definitely miss it.
Torpedoes prime. Stand by to salvage the remains.
Countermeasures. Progress halt. Please assist. Jamming drones.
Those drones were our data grid's best defense.
Progress halt. Jamming drones.
I don't have lightning dash on here either.
Jamming drones. Report in. Jamming drones. Fly them to a crisp.
These guys are on the map as enemies, but they're just completely frozen to the wall.
Are you serious? Progress halted.
We were supposed to keep those jamming drones operational.
No sentient he'll watch your back. Maybe that would be useful as a... If you're operating your Railjack as the operator itself, how does the energy system work with that? Because you could just have Umbra running around the ship.
Specialist jamming agent deployed. Our data grid is sealed.
Get out of here. Once the Orphix is gone, the sentients despawn.
miners, go!
See if the crew can keep the ship alive. I think it pauses when we go in here, doesn't it?
Priority targets neutralized. Next up, capital ship.
You know, I need a fucking hotkey for this new guy.
Arm the warheads. Fire
This way?
salvo. Take
Sentient control will increase with every Orphix. If it tops out, you get out. Until then, fill every golden moment with sweet slaughter.
So how do we get up? Ooh, I didn't want to do that. It's weird that the sentient control keeps going up if there are no sentients around. It feels somewhat comical sprinting around in this thing. Like a really weird feeling. So for some reason I thought these waypoints were more necromechs. I guess that's where these things spawn. I don't think you have unlimited sprint either. Can I just do this? Can't recall. Well, now that I know a little bit better what I'm doing. Alright. Spawning more even though I don't need to kill them. Is there a benefit to killing more? How did it get in? Yeah. Punch to the top, I guess. That went way smoother. Guess we'll go back to the dry dock. I don't think I want the Smeeder for this. I'm not sure how high I'll be able to go against these Orphix, but... Rotation C, get arcane, so I assume 3 is 1 rotation. So I have to do 9. don't know if there's any reason to take any frame in particular. I think Eidolons is still easiest of the two. Pretty sure it's 12 to 36? Fuck that. Yeah. I don't really want to be on Umbra, but I guess it's fine. I haven't done any Eidolon since coming back. I'm not sure I really want to. Alright, so there are nodes on these planets that I haven't done because they were locked behind the Orphix mission. Guess we'll get them done too. If I do this Void Storm, it still counts as completing the node, right? I need Neptune Void Storms for Cedaw. I like how you can see everyone run to their positions. And I was like, oh fuck, gotta get in. Except he's not. Why not?
Be aware. The storm is tearing open void fissures at your destination.
Okay. Yes? Alright.
Nearby ice mine.
All Corpus craft. Engage enemy Railjack.
Cedaw has exited the Railjack. Do not turn around.
Smash myself on an invisible wall, apparently. Wish you could turn off tutorial transmissions and keep lore ones on. I don't need to hear about Reactant for the 100,000th time, but happy to hear transmissions from new missions and whatnot. I guess I can't go in there until I do this. Hide him a little bit. You have to keep killing enemies. We're not going to kill too many in the spy vaults. It's always this objective, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie, I really dislike the Corpus and Railjack missions. I feel like half of them can hit you with guaranteed status effects. I find the shields annoying. I don't really find the damage they do to me more annoying. I really don't like this objective that I'm doing right now. What the fuck are these waypoints telling me? God, I hate the waypoints. Ah, he's right here. I thought it was pointing to the door again. I noticed I've been getting some... When they die, the affinity's red or blue in that case. I don't know what that means. Normally it's just white. % duration and immunity to all status. Very nice.
Lock the signal, agent. Destroy the borders.
Yeah, that seems awesome. Ability use prevented. Can't dash or sprint. I would hope my engineer is working on that now. Just because I'm in the storm. I assume it's because I've got a cold proc on me. There we go. It is nice to have that shit just healed up without having to go and do it. Definitely my favorite crew member.
To get inside enemy data vaults and retrieve crucial intelligence data.
Fragment's done.
Destroying the data.
Cedaw have somehow been allowed to board us. Unacceptable. Wipe them out.
I don't remember how to do the vent route. Interesting that this guy can run through the lasers and not set the alarms off, but I can't. I'm going here. Nice stealthy spy vault, or we just incinerate everyone. Whole affinity system needs a rework. It's fine. Maybe the affinity sharing. I don't exactly remember how it all works. Shit. My muscle memory is apparently backwards for that. Fuck it up every time. Screwed that up anyway. Well, the laser was going further than it was. Rehack. Oh. Sounded meaty. That sounded like he hit me with a fry pan. Around the dome. What's up, Root? We can... What? Wasn't letting me for some reason. Engineers are great, they keep the ship from falling apart. Unlike gunners, using them doesn't really cause you to lose out on affinity. I don't really consider that. Gunners stealing affinity. Shield array. I don't really think I mind though. If I'm farming affinity, I'm farming it. Very specifically. Gunners are more of a convenience that I don't have to worry about enemies. Volatile is a pretty long one. Vote of Onslaught. Should be worried that you know what it sounds like to be hit with a frying pan. Thankfully, I have not been. When you reach extraction, you can use your Omni to teleport. Yeah, I always forget. RA chassis? Oh, that's the really common one, right?
Overheat that thing's reactors. I will
I'll do this optional real quick. Damage on that is noticeably less at this level. Don't feel good, let me tell you. I kinda expected that. How do I get in here? Sadly, I know that sound. You guys live exciting lives. That guy had some crazy accuracy on him, and range. Glad he can wall hop on that. It's so inconsistent. That's a cool tile. If I've seen that before. Just got a reactor in here. I get that from a crate? I didn't kill anyone. We can hope that you're a crime fighter armed with a frying pan. Well, we can hope. Kill these guys, right? Spinning. I think having the ability to shoot through the shield is kind of necessary for Fulgus missions. It's so annoying. The only cruise ship up. Looks like it. Just gonna delete him real quick. Can find the damn thing. I don't know why I only get 2 dome charges to start. But then as soon as you go back here and you use the forge, it gives you a bonus one. Now I have 3. Did he just die? I guess that's just when he becomes inoperable. Steel Corpus credentials? So I can go and get on this guy for an optional. Let's go and do that. This is your max capacity. Okay. Thought it was dome specific. From basically everything, yeah. Shadow Burst is the final solution to the space spotter. I think that's the one I used to blow up all the security nodes on big ships. I think that's the one. There's another one that like absorbs all incoming damage and then detonates. Maybe that. Why didn't that shoot where I was aiming it? So I guess I can detonate that in air. I didn't really realize that. That's not stealing credentials, it's blowing up the ship. Oh fuck. I just ran to the brightly coloured dots and assumed I was good. Let's try the Shadow Burst on these guys. Huh. That's actually really good. I didn't realize I could manually detonate. Why is this Sentinel so fucking massive? I only just noticed. It's blocking off my screen. Didn't die. I wonder if I could Shadow Burst that too. Probably, right? Knowing that that's manual, that's actually way better than I thought it was. So assume now I can go inside, right? The gunners are doing a pretty good job taking out fighters. What's up, Bush? Up above Massacre, yeah. I don't know if I feel like I really need to have a parkour mod equipped to be doing Railjack missions, because these tiles are just so massive. We're going. This tile is very unforgiving to cross. You dip down like 2 feet, resets you. Oh, this one. I haven't done this for a while. Forgot about the engineers. Thought I had to break pipes. Yeah, there we go. Consequence, agility, protein pulse, ton pulse. Not on every build. There is a thing as going too fast as well. You get the Neza momentum. And the tiles aren't always very conducive to quick movement. They love putting little lips on everything. The quicker you go, the harder it is to manage that. Could run Wukong? True. Maybe I'll do that for the next one. I think he's slower now because he can't, because his Cloud Walker's not affected by sprint speed, right? So I don't think he's super fast anymore. I don't really have a reason to be on X-Cal, so I'll swap it up. I think Titania is the fastest, no? Speedrunning meta these days. Ooh. Forgot to look at heat. I think he used to use his 4 to heal the healing return on it. Okay. Can't recall from here though. Definitely need at least lightning dash. So incredibly slow. I guess I could start bringing Nova again. Probably Nova on Railjack would be the most enjoyable mission. Speedy Protea you had was perfect, true. 3 points. I'm not a huge fan of how that just shoots directly in front and not where my reticle is. I think I have infested mobility on Protea. That's why she's so speedy. Just because I didn't really have anything better. I think I might need to go and get more dome charges. Yeah, Gorson squad up with Escape Velocity, Nova, Volt, and Wisp. Too much speed for me. That means playing with people, which is something I'm allergic to. Go back and get some forges cooking. I thought you could craft energy. It's kind of cool. It's full energy all of a sudden. Wish I could throw one of the gunners in the artillery. Didn't have to do it all myself. Oh. That bloom. Let's go back to the dojo. I can walk free while you use operator. Yeah, that's why I grabbed him. I grabbed him to kill sentience, but I figured he'd be useful for that. Prime Excal for non-founders. It's because everyone was so pissed off that Excal Prime was better than the regular, that they could never get the equivalent. Which I think is fair enough. The only problem with Umbra is that because his 4 is sentient, anytime you pull out your Exalted Blade and then you toggle into Operator, he puts it away again. Kind of annoying. Do I need to do anything here? I don't think so. Just changing frame, right? Gold Comb Umbra, yeah. Is Eidolon Redeemer as a suitable power weapon? Turns out I can't use my frame near the Orphix anyway, so it becomes irrelevant. The Cloudwalker speed isn't affected by anything now, is it? Speed doesn't, strength doesn't affect it or anything? Build, yeah. Interesting that I have Proton Pulse on here. I don't remember why that would be the case. Actually, with no lightning dash or anything. Clone can technically walk into the office bubble. Movement speed, not sprint speed. Do we have any movement speed mods? Cloud's still affected. I'm pretty sure they nerfed that. Yeah, Cloud Walker. You won't be able to see this, but I'm going to scroll through and have a quick look. Cloud movement speed is affected by movement speed buffs, dispatch overdrive, or infusing Molt onto Wukong, not affected by sprint speed, such as infested mobility. Can pass through Spy Vault's defenses without triggering an alarm. I don't know if I knew that or not. I could throw Molt onto Wukong to make him faster. Dispatch overdrive is on heavy, right? But then that's only 15 seconds. Chains or a melee mod? Yeah, dispatch overdrive makes you faster on a heavy attack. I'm going to use warframe and Orphix to glitch it. Energy management for mechs becomes a thing eventually due to exalted weapons. Huh. That makes sense, that's why I had that. I don't know what I was doing with this build. I don't think I was running this naturally. I just threw it on there. I think for testing in the simulacrum we're doing something. I don't think I'm going to run Wukong anyway. Is the other one Titania? So why is she the speedrun build now? Something changed on her to make her faster? Agility Drift and Aviator can provide even a higher survivability. So that works now, that never used to. She got Blink, does she? Augment for the 4? Just looking at the wiki real quick. Say a whole lot. Maybe they did fix it while I was still around if I've got that on. %, for 8 seconds when using abilities stacks 4 times. I can't even put that anywhere. I'd have to drop 2 mods to fit it. I think the problem I had with this is that you still need her range for her 1, right? Just 17 meters now? I remember the problem I had was that I couldn't fly and cast her 1 on anything unless I got to basically within touching distance. You find the amount of new content to be fun or overwhelming after a long hiatus? Bit of both, but I would say mostly fun overall. There's a lot to relearn and a lot to re-remember, but it doesn't really seem to matter too much, because you can take it at your own pace anyway. Flow and Aviator? No room because I'm in the fucking augment screen. Right. Wanted to change, you can hold to self-cast, which solved that. Ah. It is certainly new to me. Kind of annoying that you have to hold to self-cast. If I go into the options to change it from hold to tap, does that mean tapping will self-cast? Because then you could just spam it on yourself, right?
Noble Tenno,
I guess Neptune's done now. Does? I guess I'm going to do that. Because I don't care about casting it on other people at the moment.
It is no sin to fail to see the truth. But to reject the truth once it is seen.
What does self-cast do? It just triggers your augment, which is the only reason I'm on it at the moment. Let's invert that. Still don't really expect to like her too much. Saturn would be the next lowest. It's already done. A little worried about doing a high level Orphix with shitty equipment. So we'll find out. Also makes you stagger immune, which isn't insignificant for bouncing. True. I think that's one of the main problems I had with her.
Railjack is within range. Last of the friends.
Disable priority targets before hitting that capital ship. Crew, derelict freight linker nearby.
I don't remember what her other abilities are. She's got a ability wheel that you can rotate through. Spellbind. Ah, the buffs, right. Oh, but you can rotate through them now. That's a good change. 3 is crowd control, right? Jesus. Oh, you can't interact with terminals still. Seems kind of lame. Use your outgun secondary mod. Secondary fire, yeah. So I gave the engineer a Tsar to see how that would handle invaders. Seems good at this level at least. Am I going? Free ship somewhere. Two of them. So that does destroy the shields, which is nice. So I definitely want to keep the 2. I reckon I can get rid of the 1 though. Very Vauban. Pretty is easily Vauban's second. I feel like Vauban should have the turret. Always wanted an engineer frame with a turret. It's kind of weird to have. I still have to hold to self-cast. It's annoying. It takes so long for this thing to get up, and I'm just stuck in this animation. Get out. Holy shit. Need to set up a hotkey for that. So you said I need a few kills before I can use it, right? Oh. I thought it would be instant, but it wasn't. Not quite one shot, but close. don't know if the... Oh, what about Iron Skin? I don't know if killing the tower things count as kills.
That should give us some breathing space.
The steel vipers sleep now. I showed them how. I had my reasons.
Orphix just hit. Updating your map.
Hey. Oh, shit. Can I summon it to me again? Can. I've never seen the Lotus come in like that. I'm kind of fucked if I have to get up here. And I'm down there. I guess your Iron Skin resets every time you resummon. Definitely need a hotkey for that. Let me see how many charges you've got on your gun. To show somewhere, right? I do find it hard to look at chat while I'm doing this, to be honest. Get out of the wall.
Looks like you found yourself a little out down there. Well done. Head on through extraction when you feel the need.
Titania's not great for this because you're always getting kicked out of the frame. Holy shit. The blue bar on the crosshair. Or am I using Titania? Because we're just trying out frames to go fast. Wait. Is everything done, right? We still have to hold, which is not great. Let's go back. I want to look at my mods real quick. Yeah, Lotus. Multiple dialogues. See, this seems pretty decent. So yeah, this seems great. This seems meh. So what else can I put there? Not really anything. Don't care about that. People said this was good, but I don't really find a use for it. Make a mod for jump height. It's weird to me that you can't like hover. I guess this would be... You can probably manually detonate that too, right? Maybe I should try that. Just healing. I don't really find that to be that useful either. The cloak's pretty solid. Although flow burn kind of seems nice. I think I built... Set something to build overnight. This maybe? I think the only reason I built that was because I wanted to get the gunners with 50%, right? Probably not really worth it though. I need to try building all the new stuff that I haven't used, all the new guns. Kind of feels like on a build like this you would want what's it called? Natural talent. Oh, the galvanized mods can go on here too. Weird. I think someone mentioned that for Mesa actually, throwing that on her peacemakers. I'm gonna mess with it right now. Try to mech, but honestly getting Mech standing is such a pain. Once you work out how to kill the mechs and the isovolts, it's not that bad. Just farm the third one for a while. It only takes 5 matrices to max rank, and I think you get a few per run.
An honor to serve.
Fuse gun blueprints to max out the fire rate. Yeah, I did that for the one I'm using. Because everything's done but the veil.
The pain of truth is but the smarting.
These are very high level.
Those who stubber up the truth in themselves.
So I forgot to look at my necromech. Oh, and I need to make a hotkey for it. I think it'll be way better if I have a hotkey. That has no room. Five points would give me much damage. But so if I need a hotkey, that means it needs to be in one of the first 12. I don't even know what key it would be. I haven't even used this since coming back. Guess that button would make sense, which means I would be replacing the trank. Guess I have to remove it too. Try that. Do that at the end. K-drive, it's on a weird button for me though. I want something that's a bit more usable. I don't want to configure stuff at the moment. Can't really reach the K-drive button without taking my hands off WSD. Try this. I've only got 10 minutes left, so this will be the last mission, I guess.
On screen, Orphix cap ship. Massive sentient beings. Pack necromechs. Whatever is on there.
Launch fighters, armed torpedoes.
Free clicker on scope. Abandoned.
Oh,
Situation.
here's the numpad for the gear stuff. Yeah, you can't reach the numpad
Factory.
having to let go of movement though, right?
Train boarded. Stay
It's kind of a shame that you can't interact with terminals in your 4. Just going. Lock it down a little bit.
Priority targets neutralized. Capital ship. Dropping Cedaw out of airline.
Torpedo time. Stand by to salvage the Deimos.
Gloves are off now, kids. Beat them back as best you can.
Waypoint. Sentients are certainly tanky. Holy shit, I can almost do no damage to that. I don't think this is going to go very well. Is this overheating or have I run out of ammo? You can see the ammo bottom right. What happened? Is that just completely dead? Let's find out. That is completely dead, which means I cannot complete this. Loaded. Oh my god. I can hit return to dojo. Just telling me to get back on the ship. I'm stuck in this fucking mech.
Failure. Aborting
Thank you.
mission. This performance wasn't examined.
So I can't kill the sentients and I can't kill the Orphix very well. But I certainly can't survive on the current Voidrig. So does it get more health as it ranks up? Assume it would, right? Guess you need to level up your mech on Orb Valis by capturing bases. Maybe we'll go and do a bit of that. Got a few minutes, so we'll go and do one. Necromech Rage is a good mod. More energy. I guess I don't want Steel Path this thing though, right? Let's you spam your 2 so you never die. That does make sense. I don't remember how to capture bases here. The enrichment lab, spaceport. She can blink, that's kind of cool. Seems to be very short range though. Also do Thermia fracture since they spawn a lot of enemies. Is that open all the time? I thought that was an event thing. So I guess I just want to kill every enemy and not kill any of the scepters, right? It's an event, but it's ongoing. It has a permanent once a month thing. Okay. I didn't like farming those because I was trying to speedrun the exploiter. So I got burned out in farming that shit pretty quick. We can go back, have a look. So is this all I'm doing? Just sitting around here because they spawn a lot of enemies? I feel like the Thermia definitely spawns more. It takes a while to get to rank 4, right? In terms of progression or threat. Seems everyone's basically left me. Depends where you defend a terminal. I have no idea where those are. Gonna get me curious about the fractures though. I like the Arcwing, it's definitely faster than this. Once you defend a terminal, then you can select bounties. I do have a vague recollection of doing that. At least once. So I guess to do Thermia fractures, you just go back here, get up the top, right? Alarm. Yeah. We'll do one of these, and then I'll end. Last two things I tried weren't very successful. Maybe I'll do some transmutations while I'm offline. Write that down. Stream that. Did that just throw me out here as the... not a waypoint? I don't remember how this works. I guess this is one of the terminals, maybe. Really read it. Necromancer repair can't be gotten through transmutation? But people are telling me that's the best way to get it. Well, we found this thing, so let's do it. And I need a data mass, never mind. How does one get a data mass? Thought an enemy might drop it, but they didn't. So if these are right here, how do you choose who you get into? It's just who you're looking at. Okay. We got one.
To the base terminal and I'll get to work.
I do like the way it appears. He was spawned. So how do you start the Thermia fractures? Do you just run around until you find one? So I remember the fractures themselves. Maybe you have to find the old mother that's wandering around. Use your four. I have to say it's a lot less satisfying. I like that gun I'm using. Can't use your other abilities while you're in that either. I actually don't like his 4 at all. This gun feels awesome. Trying to shoot my frame. That ammo. Seems his 2 wears out like really quickly. I don't know what the accuracy on that is. Great. Around until you find one, Udico then tells you to get coolant. Won't bring it to a fracture. I don't remember where they used to spawn. There's another base. And then they're little spiders, right? Babies that helped your mother that wanders around. Do they come near me? Or do I have to go and find the exploiter? Seeing any? Top right corner. Find them. Temple of Prophet. That's top left. There's another fracture back there. Where are your babies at? I remember these spiders being pretty abundant. Guarding is bad, they get stuck behind, yeah. I do remember that. That's why I was sort of looking at the cliffs here. They should be rushing to her now, right? Well, the best weapon for this, clearly. Can you just dialogue in Warframe questline? I don't remember a lot of it. So, do you need... I forget what you need for... I think that's just better loot, right? Does that make more enemies spawn? Faster. Spawning at a rate that I can barely kill them now anyway, so should be fine. Okay, let's go up here. So the melee is awful. So the problem with this 4 is that I just can't move, and this 2 is so shit that I immediately get fucked up. Like the second I go into my 4, I'm basically dead. Not using that anymore. Army. I think this is better than the base. Ooh. Leveling. Really got to be on the ball with spamming your 2 there. Okay. Blow that up. Got the shot. So what do I do with this now? Do I throw that at another one? But I have to charge that at 4 places, right? I have to do 4 Thermia fractures to crack this canister open. I don't have time to do that. 3 more times for Thermia. Yeah, I'm not doing that today. Place mallet and transfer to your mech to get affinity from mallet kills. If you do solo. That mallet strat seems pretty good. Can I throw this thing? Yeah. I'm gonna put Octavia on, so I remember to try that tomorrow. That's my extraction waypoint, and it's just fucking off to the middle of nowhere. God, I hate the waypoints in this game. Why do you make fall with fire rate, corrosive, heat, and crit? Don't use the mod that gives you extra crit while aiming, since your 4 doesn't. I don't know if I modded my 4 at all. Solid affinity. I got mastery 29. Octavia. Hey Joggle, glyph doesn't exist anymore. Is this the melee weapon or the core? That doesn't tell me much, does it? So is this his 4? Guess it has to be. He just uses an arc gun. Does have 2 of them. Fire rate, corrosive, heat, and crit. Assume I can't put a catalyst on? No. Why heat? Corrosive and heat. A solid crit though. That'll obviously make it a lot better. Try that tomorrow. Don't have a melee. Did he just punch? Is that what he was doing? I did like a weird like ground slam where he did like a flip. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah. Look at the radial attack. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm already 15 minutes over. We'll mess with it all. I want to level it up and get it proper so I can finish that Orphix mission. So, kind of the priority. I'm long enough. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow.